Alright guys, I got the first challenge lock that Chris has ever put together. I don't want to say his last name because I don't want him to get in trouble. So I'll read the note. It says, and this is why, bored while on duty. Chris, if your boss finds out about this, he's going to give you something to do. Bored while on duty, so I decided to try my hand at making a challenge lock. Let me know what you think. This is my first lock and hope all goes well. And then on the bottom of the page, he's got a note that says, read this after picking. I could easily have read it before. I didn't, but it doesn't matter if you believe that or not. Anyway, this is a master lock. He did give me a key. Here's what the key looks like. Not too bad. And it looks like a 5-pinner, and it does work. Okay. One thing about these master locks is they usually come with a rubber thing that kind of covers all this up, slides in at grooves and goes into, I think it's these two. I've had trouble with them myself. The thing is, once you get them off, they're off to stay. But that leaves you with a problem, because now not only do you have an inset lock, but then when you try to tension it, you're going to have this weird looking knob hanging out there. That was what the rubber went around that. So just one little thing to keep in mind when you're trying to tension these is that knob is something you're going to have to worry about. And in that spirit, I'm going to take one of the Mad Bob's wrenches. This is the 1.2 millimeter, the first red one. And I thought he was going to fit. Maybe not. Alright, we'll try the white one, and that's 36 thousandths. Okay, that does fit. I'm going to turn this sideways so you can see what I'm talking about. When it slides in there, I'm trying to do this through the camera lens. You notice we're going to have to angle it just a little bit to get around that stupid knob. Otherwise, it'll crash into it when we get it picked. All right, a little bit of magnification here. All right, that's going to work. Okay, and pick this thing. I'm going to try. This is a pick I made. This is my 3D printer handles, and then this is a piece of 14 thousandths feeler gauge. It's about like a medium hook. And I looked at the key. We do have a key here. This is a 5-pin key. It does work beautifully. But the reason I glanced at that is because I'm counting 6 pins, which is exactly what you want. There's an extra, usually when these things are made, there's an extra hole that they don't bother to populate. Looks like Chris has done it. All right, be careful with the tension wrench. Very light tension, and let's go through here. Okay, that was pin 5. Just a little crunch off of him. Okay, I'm on 3. A little bit of counter rotation there. I got a click, and I think he's good. All right, counter rotation on 2. Wow, a lot of counter rotation on 2. I think we got him. That feels like, let me check everybody else. Feels like we have counter rotation on 1, so this might be full of spools, guys. Counter rotation on 1. Deep. A deep spool. There we go. Okay, I got a fault set going. Trying to get some more counter rotation going. That's just the core, I think, bouncing up and down. All right, now we've stopped getting any feedback. Oops. Trying to force it. I'm pretty sure 1, 2, and 3 are done. There we go. All right. I think I touched 3 there. I felt the click, but I thought it was the pick falling off of the warding. But maybe there's something unusual about 3. I'm guessing here. Let's find out. Let's open it up. Okay. Oh, my goodness. Another one of these. Allen wrenches. That's wrong. There we go. It is 7/64. That's tight. Ah, you know, I just remembered. All right, read this after picking. And the only reason I noticed is because a beam of sunlight is coming through the blinds and it was hitting it. All right, let's see what we got here. Use a shim when removing the core. Okay. All right. Use a shim when removing the core. That probably means he's filed off the top of it. Come out of there. Come out of there. No, it looks intact. I hope it's intact. I don't want it to come out of there like Jack in the Box. Yeah, that's normal. Okay, it must mean shimming the core before pulling the pins out. All right, we can do that too. We can find a shim. There's a couple of them. These are getting kind of worn. Get in there. Man. I bet there's a T-pin. That's why he did that. That's why he said put that. And I'm stuck. Oh, there we go. Oh, no, no, no. Don't do that. There we go. I believe it's all shimmed. Yeah. Okay, we're shimmed all the way through. All right. I need a small. And we are shimmed. Put that just like that. I think we're safe. Get in there. This core is crimped here on the back, and that probably is going to prevent my follower from going through. Oh, you know, maybe not. This is a small follower. This is a hollow one, and it's really tight. There we are. 6 pins. Our shim held. Nothing popped out yet. Need a pin and tray. All right. Wow, look how he's sitting in there kind of cockeyed. Come out of there. No wonder. Okay, it was threaded and we got a real deep groove and a very sharp edge on the top of that pin. Get over there. Another one, same thing. Another, we got a double groove on that one. I'll show them all up close here in a moment. That's a scary looking thing. Standard, thank God we have one of those. And then the last one was serrated. Okay, let's take a look at the core. It looks like almost all of them are threaded. Yeah. All of them are threaded. Kind of hard through the camera lens, but when the light hits it just right. Let's see if I can shine a light down there. I think now that's a better angle. You can see they're all threaded. All right, so we put that aside. Let's see why I had to shim this thing. I'm going to pull the shim out now. And this is a hollow follower, which I've started using with both American and Master cores. So if I don't catch it, it's going to fall all the way through onto the pinning tray. So the trick is to catch it. And of course it's really tight. Come out of there, come out of there. All right, we got a spool. And another spool. Oh. Maybe if I put my finger or hand on the back of there, it'd be just a little bit better. It's just that the back of this course got that crimp in it. It's really hard to pull it out. Next one is also a spool. Next one is a T-pin. He came out the back end. There's another T-pin. I don't know if you can see him down in there. We put the light down, and he's just barely hanging on there. Just under the follower. So let's see if we can get him out with a pair of tweezers without letting him launch. Nope, there he is right there. Another T-pin. And I'm just going to let this next guy fall. Haven't had real... Oh wow, that was really a powerful spring. And that is a serrated. Alright, let's see if we did any of the springs. All standards. 6 standard copper springs, nothing special there. And on the core, usually you can look at the top holes here, and you can see that all of those are threaded. And when you look inside of there, I think you can see all of those are also threaded. So, my goodness, Chris, you didn't waste any time. I mean, you spent a lot of time threading this, didn't you? You didn't spare the threading. Anyway, this is what we're looking at. These first two are really interesting. I don't understand why they didn't grab up on those serrations, the threading in the chambers, just a little bit better than they did. In terms of having threaded upper chambers with spools, really doesn't help very much. Spools are designed to make you drop everything else. These two T-pins, again, I would have expected that they would have given me a little more trouble than they did. I can't explain it. And likewise with the serration. This is the final 6th pin that really doesn't go on that key. Here's how that works. Take that longest pin and you put them in there. And then when you plug your key in, it's a 5-pin key, but you'll notice he puts them perfectly to the shear line. And that's because that pin is riding on the front edge of that key. So you can turn a 5-pin core, a 6-pin core with a 5-pin key. You can put 6 pins in there. Beautiful. So I'm glad you did that. That actually worked pretty good. I just wish it had hung up on those serrations a little better. I can't explain why it went so quickly. Anyway, Chris, it was a great effort. I just think I got really lucky. I'd hate to have to do it again. Let me pin it back up, put a few more serrated pins in there, and feel sorry for the next guy that gets this thing. Anyway, fellas, thanks for your time. Stay safe. Stay legal.